Well, good evening, pro wrestling fans of all shapes and sizes from all around the world. Welcome to another Pro Wrestling Talk video brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube. I'm your host, Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. So, I have made it back home safely, and I have to say, I had a blast during my time in Philadelphia. Attended 10 wrestling shows, and I finally wanted to get settled in and start reviewing them. So, got quite a lot to review. So, before I get started with this, I just want to let y'all know to bear with me. I have a lot to catch up on as far as reviews. And then I have to get ready to do previews for upcoming shows as well. So just bear with me. I will try to get to everything as quickly as possible. So just, if I could just, get y'all to be a little patient. I'll try my best to have everything ready in a timely manner. So just a FYI. Thank y'all for understanding, and thank y'all for your patience. And also thank everybody for all of their prayers and lifting me up during my trip to Philadelphia. Everything went well getting there and coming back. So, yeah. And I'll do a separate video pretty much kind of going into detail of just all that I did in Philly. But for now, let's get to some reviews. And we're going to review two of the shows that were part of the GCW Collective, which consisted of 11 shows, I believe. I believe it was 11 shows. I didn't go to all of them because some of them were sold out. But I'm going to mainly review the ones that I did attend live in person. So, the two that I'm going to do for this video will be DEFY Wrestling's Can't Deny It and Progress Wrestling's Chapter 166 of Freedom Walks Again. And I figured I might as well do the both of these because for those that don't know, actually, DEFY and Progress Wrestling have decided to merge, have formed a partnership, and have merged. So I figured, why not review both of these shows for this video? And if I remember correctly, the merge actually happened, I want to say about a month or so ago. So, yeah, it's still pretty fresh. Oh, as a matter of fact, it happened February 9th, so a couple of months ago. So, yeah, Progress Wrestling will merge with DEFY Wrestling. So, yeah, and it's to create a global presence in both brands and for also future expansion plans. So, that sounds like quite a bit to look forward to. But anyway, let's get started with DEFY Can't Deny It. So DEFY Can't Deny It was actually the first show that kicked off the GCW, the Collective. And that was on April 4th. That was on Thursday, April 4th. And that was at Penn's Landing Caterers in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And, just a little bit of info, a little bit of background info about DEFY Wrestling. Founded in 2017, and it is based in Seattle, Washington. So over there in the West Coast. But yeah, this was my first DEFY Wrestling event, and I have to say, it definitely had quite a bit to offer. So let's jump right into the review. I got some of the graphics for this show, but not all of them. So just a heads up. But yeah, let's go ahead and let's get started with our first match. So we had, let's see, we had 6 matches total. 6 matches total, and we had 4 title matches. So 4 of them were title matches. So not bad. Not bad at all. But anyway, let's get started with the first match. So, first match, we had the DEFY Worldwide Tag Team Championships on the line. As the champions, the Bollywood Boyz of Gurv Sihra and Harv Sihra defending against Boisterous Behavior. Now, here's the thing. It was originally supposed to be Boisterous Behavior of man like DeReiss and Leon Slater. Unfortunately, Leon Slater had some travel issues getting there at the time of the match, so he actually ended up being replaced by Michael Oku. Michael Oku, who's the current Rev Pro British heavyweight champion. So, I have heard a lot about Michael Oku, and you know what? I was actually really cool seeing him live for the first time, because I've seen him a few times, and I've heard a little bit about Rev Pro. I haven't seen a lot of Rev Pro, but just a little bit. But I thought that was quite a nice surprise, him being man like DeReiss's replacement tag team partner. So I thought that was really cool. Of course, Bollywood Boyz, very familiar with from their time in the WWE. Man like DeReiss, my first time seeing him. I like his nickname, the Lyrical Dragon. I like that nickname. That was a really cool nickname. When I say 01, you say 21, 01, 21, which apparently I was told is the area code of Birmingham, England, where he's from. So, anyway, the match was great. The match was really great. I definitely like how both these teams went at it. And like I said, I was sitting stage front row on the stage, right in the middle. So I had a really, really good view of everything. But the match was awesome. It was definitely back and forth, really all 4 men showcased. I really like what I saw from man like DeReiss, as well as Michael Oku. And you know what? They put up an excellent fight, a really excellent fight. But the Bollywood Boyz would not be denied, as they were able to pick up the victory. Harv pinned man like DeReiss after the team hit him with a Bollywood Blast, their signature double team finisher. So they hit a Bollywood Blast, got the 1, 2, 3. Bollywood Boyz are still your DEFY Worldwide Tag Team Champions. Great opening match. Really, really great opening match. Okay. Next up, we had a very, very entertaining tag team match. I'd have to say, honestly, one of my favorites of this card. Check it out. So we had ourselves a tag team match. We had the team of CCK, made up of Chris Brookes and Kid Lykos, taking on Moonlight Express, made up of Mao and Speedball Mike Bailey. This match definitely did not disappoint. A lot of high-flying, non-stop action, especially, Kid Lykos, seemed like he was quite the high flyer, and so was Mao and Speedball. Chris Brookes, of course, he was the biggest guy in the ring, just towers over everybody, and of course, he was last year's King of DDT. So, very, very loaded tag match. Definitely enjoyed this match, although the Wet Willie spot was pretty nasty. That was a pretty nasty spot from CCK. Yeah, that was pretty nasty. But yeah, the action was nonstop, and both teams looked really strong in this match. Really, really strong. But CCK would end up being the team to pick up the victory as Kid Lykos pinned Speedball Mike Bailey after he got hit with a Gory Bomb blockbuster combo finisher from CCK. Really, really cool finisher. I liked it. But really, really great match from both teams. Definitely one of my favorites of the card. Alrighty. Let's keep it going with our next match. We got ourselves another title match. Check it out. Now, the DEFY Women's Championship was on the line in a triple threat, three-way dance. VertVixen, the champion, defended against Trish Adora. And originally, it was supposed to be Sawyer Wreck in this match. But due to I believe she had a hand/wrist injury, she was not cleared to compete. Although she was still there to do meet and greets. But her replacement ended up being Jazmin Allure. So it ended up being VertVixen versus Trish Adora versus Jazmin Allure. Pretty decent match. Definitely a pretty decent match. Definitely like Trish Adora. Definitely like VertVixen. Jazmin Allure I've seen a few times, so she's a familiar face. I thought she definitely got in on the action early. But, definitely VertVixen and Trish Adora were the two faces in this match. And, these three ladies, they put in work. And I was actually very impressed with Jazmin Allure. I felt like she looked really good in this match, was very much involved, even as the heel, the smack-talking heel. But this was a solid triple threat match. And honestly, either of these three women could have won. At one point, I was thinking Jazmin Allure was going to pull off the upset. But VertVixen continues to show why she's champion and why she's, player number one. But VertVixen was able to get the victory, pinning Jazmin Allure after hitting her with a brain buster. So VertVixen, still your DEFY Women's Champion. And from what I've heard, she's been on a roll. I mean, I don't know how long she's had that title, but from what I've been told, she's been on a roll. So that's really, really cool. All right. Let's see. Next up. So I don't have the graphic for this, but there was a BMF Battle Royal, and it was for the DEFY Pacific Northwest Heavyweight Championship. Wow, that's a long title name. So the champion, Schaff, defended against competitors in this Battle Royal. The competitors were Ricky Knight Jr., Shota, Gene Munny, LJ Cleary, Galeno Demal, Luke Jacobs, and Charles Crowley. Those were the competitors for this Battle Royal. And like I said, it was one of those, you could only eliminate your opponent by throwing them over the top rope to the floor, both feet touching, all that jazz. So the order of appearance was as follows. So Luke Jacobs and Galeno Demal came out first. They started off the match. Then Charles Crowley, then LJ Cleary, then Shota, then Gene Munny, then Ricky Knight Jr., and then the champion himself, Schaff, was the last to enter the Battle Royal. Very action-packed match, which, it's a Battle Royal, so that's to be expected. But, there's a lot of talent in this match that I've never seen before. I mean, as a matter of fact, I've never seen any of the talent in this match. So it really got my undivided attention because I really wanted to see what everybody could do. And from what I've seen in this match, I like Shota, I like Ricky Knight Jr., I like Galeno DeMao, I like Schaff, I like Luke Jacobs. Those were some of the main folks that really got my attention in this match. So I love what I saw from them. So, order of eliminations. So, first, Luke Jacobs eliminated Gene Munny. Then, after he was eliminated, just being the sore loser he actually eliminated both L.J. Cleary and Charles Crowley while they had gone over the top rope and still on the apron. He eliminated the both of them. Then Schaff eliminates Shota, tosses him over. Galeno DeMao eliminates Ricky Knight Jr. Then he eliminates Luke Jacobs. So the final two came down to Schaff and Galeno DeMao. And, it was close. It was back and forth. When it came down to it, they were both over the top rope, on the apron, just trying to fight each other off. And then eventually Schaff eliminated Galeno DeMao and was able to retain the DEFY Pacific Northwest Heavyweight Championship. So, great battle royal. Definitely enjoyed it, and it was good to see pretty much every one of the talent in this match for the first time. Alrighty. Let's get ready for our next match. All right, we had ourselves a trios triple threat, three-way dance match, which was very entertaining. But we had the teams of Sovereign, which is made up of Evan Rivers, Judas Icarus, and Travis Williams, versus Team Dragon Gate, which was made up of Ho Ho Lun, KZ, and Shun Skywalker, versus the team of C4XKC, or C4 and KC, which was made up of Cody Chhun, Guillermo Rosas, and KC Navarro. Definitely a very action-packed match. And realistically, the only competitors in this match that I'm familiar with are Ho Ho Lun, KZ, Shun Scott. So pretty much everybody on Team Dragon Gate and KC Navarro. Those are the only wrestlers in this match that I was familiar with. Everybody else I was just seeing for the first time. Excuse me. But a lot of double and triple team sequences in this match. A lot of high flying, a lot of high speed, and Shun Skywalker with his funny laugh always gets me. But you know what? It was really good to see Dragon Gate involved in this match. I was a big fan of Dragon Gate. I used to watch a lot of Dragon Gate years ago. So this was really nice to see Dragon Gate involved in this match. But overall, a very high impact, action-packed match. All three teams looked really, really solid. But when it was all said and done, Cody got the pin on Evan Rivers for the 1-2-3 after Cody and Guillermo hit a one high, one low combination on Evan. And yeah, C4 and KC pick up the victory in this match. And like I said, it was very entertaining. Definitely enjoyed the match from start to finish. Loads of talent in that match. Okay. And then the main event of DEFY, can't deny it, came down to this banger of a main event. We had the DEFY World Championship on the line as the champion. Bullet Club's own Kenta defended against Gringo Loco. Now, Gringo Loco, very familiar with, seen him quite a bit in DPW, so DPW and GCW. So Gringo Loco, definitely a great high flyer. Kenta, of course, Bullet Club, seen Kenta for years. This was a great match. Definitely Gringo Loco was the face, Kenta the heel, even though the crowd was cheering a lot for Kenta. But definitely a very action-packed match. It was cool seeing Kenta talk some smack during this match as well. And, of course, he did the heelish ways. Even used a steel chair in the match and even the title belt. And, you know, Gringo Loco, he looked very strong in this match. Looked very strong. You know, he kept coming back. He kept kicking out of everything. And, you know, he came really close. He came extremely close to beating Kenta. Very close. And, you know, I was impressed. I was very impressed. This was definitely a main event worthy match. But it eventually came to the point where Kenta finally hit that GTS on Gringo Loco and got the pin. 1, 2, 3. Kenta, still your DEFY World Champion. And nice show of respect. Nice show of sportsmanship after the match. I thought that was really cool to see. But yeah, great show. Really, really great show. My first DEFY wrestling show. And it definitely delivered. And I got to Too Sweet Kenta. So I thought that was really cool. But yeah, great, solid show that started off the GCW Collective tour in Philly. Anyway, before we switch gears to Progress Wrestling, here's a quick word on the sponsor of this video, Game Beauty. Check them out. As you continue to enjoy content here at Blitzball Champ Gaming, be sure you take a moment to check out Game Beauty. Beauty inspired by gaming. Game Beauty brings to you video game related makeup and cosmetic products. You have products such as eyeshadow palettes, elemental pearl highlighters, eyeshadow brushes, liquid eyeliner pens by DeReiss, and even non-makeup products like graphic tees. They even have special collaboration makeup kits, such as this Persona 5 Heat Wave Brush Single, Metaverse Bundle, and even a Phantom Thieves limited edition makeup collection. Also remember that Game Beauty provides international shipping of $60 or more. And if you use the promo code BlitzballChamp, all in caps, you can get 10% off of your order. So be sure to use that to your advantage. Now, back to your regularly scheduled video. Enjoy, and thank you. Okay, let us switch gears to Progress Wrestling, Chapter 166, Freedom Walks Again. Also part of the GCW Collective. This took place April 5th, so the day after. So, a little bit of background on Progress Wrestling. Founded in 2011, so older than DEFY Wrestling. And it's based out in London, England. It's a European pro wrestling promotion. And, you know, I have to say, from what I've seen of this show, definitely seems to showcase a lot of the best European talent that Europe has to offer. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and let's jump into the first match. So the first match ended up being, let's see, a seven-way scramble match. You know, every man for himself. So we had, which I don't have the graphic for this one, but we had Gringo Loco versus Cody Chhun versus Simon Miller versus Kid Lykos 2 versus Tate Mayfairs versus Marcus Mathers versus Leon Slater. This is a pretty wild match. Bodies flying all over the place. And the action was definitely nonstop. And like I said, you know, got my taste of, you know, Gringo Loco, Cody Chhun, Simon Miller, this is my first time seeing him. Kid Lykos 2, first time seeing him in action. Tate Mayfair, same thing. Marcus Mathers, same thing. Leon Slater, who I am familiar with, this was just my first time seeing him live. Because remember, he's also signed to TNA Wrestling. Anyway, this was a solid, action-packed match. It was really hard to say. I was kind of pulling for Leon Slater. And, you know, it was close. It was definitely really close. But Kid Lykos 2 ended up picking up the victory, pinning Cody Chhun after hitting him with a brain buster, which is apparently also the same finisher as Kid Lykos, the unmasked Kid Lykos. So, Kid Lykos 2 with the victory in the opening contest. Okay, this next match was my favorite match of the card. Check this one out. Okay, the next match, we had the Progress Atlas Championship on the line, which I came to the assumption that I guess that this is the mid-card title of the promotion. But the champion, Ricky Knight Jr., defended against Yoichi, who's apparently from Pro Wrestling Noah. This was a back-and-forth, hard-hitting match that really went the distance. And I tell you, Yoichi, fighting spirit was at a whole new high. And this was my first time seeing Yoichi in action. Ricky Knight Jr., of course, he competed in the DEFY show. But this was a hard-hitting match. Yoichi's chest was like all jacked up by the end of this match. I mean, red blisters, bloodied up, all across his chest. It was crazy. He took them chops like a champ. And speaking of like a champ, he withstood everything Ricky Knight Jr. did, like just threw at him, to the point where Yoichi was able to get the pin on Ricky Knight Jr., hitting him with a Muso. And ladies and gentlemen, Yoichi is your new Progress Atlas champion in an incredible bout. Second match of the show. Congratulations to him. My favorite match of the card. Hands down. Hands down. But yeah, so title change right there. Alrighty. Let's move on to our next match. Had some tag team action. You ready for some tag team action? Check it out. Okay, so we had the team of Session Moth Martina and Gene Munny taking on the team of Boosie, which is made up of Alley Catch and DEFY. Now, I'm familiar with all four of this talent. Well, of course, Gene Munny competed on the DEFY show. Session Moth Martina, I've seen quite a bit. She's even wrestled back in Stardom before. Alley Catch, DEFY, Boosie, they're well known in GCW. I've actually seen them compete in GCW before, so they've been a tag team for a hot minute. But overall, this was a decent match. I'm not going to say it was too crazy, but the crowd went wild during Session Moth Martina's entrance. I mean, that was just, the whole crowd was just so into her. It was just really, really cool to see. Not to mention, I was also stage front row for this show as well. But overall, pretty decent tag match between both these teams. I'm not really sold on Gene Munny much. Not really sold on him. He kind of reminds me of kind of like a knockoff Colt Cabana in a way, but that's just me. But it was an alright. It was an alright tag match. Alley Catch pins Gene Munny for the 1-2-3 after a powerbomb leg lariat combo from Boosie. So DEFY and Alley Catch pick up the victory. But like I said, they have a lot of good chemistry as a tag team. I don't know if Gene Munny and Session Moth Martina have tagged before, but definitely I feel like they were at a disadvantage going up against Alley Catch and DEFY. All right, let's move on to our next match. Had a singles match. All right, we had Spike Trivette versus Luke Jacobs. This was a good back and forth match between these two. This is my first time seeing Spike Trivette. I got a chance to see Luke Jacobs in the DEFY show in the Battle Royal match. But this was a very good back and forth match. A lot of strikes, a lot of technical mat work, things like that. I thought this was a very good back and forth match. And it really could have gone either way. I felt like both had their share of momentum throughout this match from start to finish. But Luke Jacobs was able to get the victory on Spike Trivette, hitting him with a drill claw and then pinning him for the 1-2-3. So he hit it pretty quickly too. So I thought that was really cool. But yeah, Luke Jacobs with the victory. Great match. But yeah, definitely enjoyed it from start to finish. All right. Our next match, we had another title match. Here we go. All right, we had the Progress Women's World Championship on the line as the champion, Rio, defended against Lana Austin. This was my first time seeing both of these ladies in action. Although I have heard about Rio before, I just never seen her. This match was alright. I thought it was pretty funny that Lana Austin did something called the Lana Oki, and she just started singing Sir Mix-a-Lot's Baby Got Back while attacking Rio. It was weird. But, I mean, I guess that's what she's known for doing. Something called the Lana Oki. But, this match was alright. I mean, that was really the only thing that stood out to me. But, these two ladies went back and forth. Rio was able to defeat Lana Austin, pinning her after hitting a package pile driver. Pinned her for the 1-2-3. Rio, still your Progress Women's World Champion. So, not bad. Pretty decent match. Pretty decent match. Alrighty. More championship action with this next match. Alrighty, we had the Progress World Tag Team Championships on the line. As the champions, the cheeky little buggers, which is Alexis Falcon and Charles Crowley, defending against the Sunshine Machine, which is Chuck Mambo and TK Cooper, versus a very familiar tag team, Sanity, made up of Axel Tishner and Big Damo. Now, of course, saw Charles Crowley in the Battle Royal and the DEFY show. Of course, I'm familiar with Sanity. They both used to work in the WWE. First time seeing Sunshine Machine, but I have to say, I like what I saw from Sunshine Machine. They look like a very cool tag team. A lot of high flying, and yeah, they looked really good. Definitely like Sunshine Machine. That's a team I definitely got to keep an eye on. Cheeky Little Buggers. Definitely an interesting tag team name. Yeah, they were interesting. They were very interesting. And of course, Sanity, very familiar with, and they look very strong in this match. But very entertaining triple threat tag title match. But when it was all said and done, Axel gets the pin on TK Cooper after a suplex power slam combo. I forgot what the name of that finisher is, because I know they did that finisher before in WWE. Axel Tishner and Big Damo. I just don't remember the official name of it. But they get the victory and become the new Progress World Tag Team Champions. So congratulations to Sanity. But yeah, good match. Really good match. And it was just really good to see them again. And then the main event of Progress Wrestling Chapter 166, Freedom Walks Again, comes down to this. We had the Progress Men's World Championship on the line, excuse me, as the champion, Kid Lykos, defended against the Lyrical Dragon, Man Like DeReiss. Definitely a great match. Getting to see these two go one-on-one was very entertaining. And more I'm starting to really like Man Like DeReiss. He does a 450 splash, but he calls it the 450. The 450. But this was a great back and forth match. Really could have gone either way. Got to see a little bit more high flying out of Kid Lykos, I felt like, in this match. And sure enough, he actually finished Man Like DeReiss with a high flying move. As he got the pin on him after hitting a springboard swanton bomb. Very beautifully executed. Pinned him for the 1-2-3. Kid Lykos, still your Progress Men's World Champion. But yeah, and that put a conclusion on the Progress Wrestling show. So yeah, my first time seeing DEFY Wrestling and Progress Wrestling, which, like I said, as of February 9th, have merged together. So, you know, I'm actually keep an eye out for these promotions and see what more they bring to the table. I definitely like what I saw from both promotions. And, yeah, I can't wait to see what's next for them. And I believe they have a streaming service. I think Progress Demand Plus is the Progress Wrestling streaming service. For DEFY, I'm not too sure. I have to look into that. But I got the chance to see both of these shows on Triller TV as part of the GCW The Collective. All of their shows are pretty much on Triller TV. So yeah. But that'll do it for this review of these two shows. Enjoyed them both. Got a chance to see some talent I've never seen before. Live. And for the first time. But yeah. Two good shows. Anyway, that'll do it for this video. Don't forget to check out the link to Game Beauty. And also, let me know what you thought about both shows. What'd you think about DEFY, Can't Deny It, and Progress, Chapter 166, Freedom Walks Again. Let me know what y'all thought about the matches. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell while you're at it. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. For another Pro Wrestling Talk, brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube. My name is Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. Y'all have a blessed evening, and I will see y'all in the next video. Later.